So this next segment, it comes from the This Is Rad podcast. For those of you who don't know, Loot Crate is a fine sponsor of even mid-tier podcasts. And for, just a very affordable rate a month, you can get a crate full of cool pop culture stuff and apparel. Anyways, we have been sponsored by Loot Crate for a while, and we asked them at one point, hey, instead of doing your ad copy, can we just make up a real weird thing? And they were like, we don't care. You guys are not famous. And we're like, awesome. So we came up with Lootaclaus, who is our non-gendered spokesbeing for the thing. And tonight, Lootaclaus is making their first public appearance. So we have come up with a segment. Hit it, Zach. There we go. Lootaclaus Shark Tank, everybody. So what this is Lootaclaus is going to come out, and then me, Rivers, and Keith are going to pitch This Is Rad, Mean Boys, and Goods from the Woods crates to become new crates for Loot Crate. So if you're wondering how inside baseball this is going to get, the answer is aggressively so. So first of all, let's bring out... wait. I feel like I have to do this with proper theme music. For those of you who don't know, Lootaclaus, among many things, is cousins with Ludacris, the beloved rapper. So ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for... Hit me with that music. There we go. There we go. Lootaclaus, everybody!
Yeah. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Give it to me now.
This is what I look like. Deal with it.
How's it going, Lootaclaus?
Good. I just want to be very clear that this is not sanctioned by Loot Crate at all.
No, absolutely not. No.
Just very clear.
We were going to ask, and then we realized they'd say no, and we'd be down a segment. So with that, gentlemen, are you prepared? Yep. All right, why don't you come on out with your Loot Crate situations?
Ooh, for once, I'm getting a Loot Crate instead of
delivering
we're
giving you 3 Loot Crates.
Listeners.
So we're going to present, and then you will choose what you want.
Is this a
Burnside, do you feel like... No, you're prepping your crazy-ass segment. Are you sure? Because you've got a really complicated segment coming up. Okay, so I am only going to go first because I used the screen for mine because I set up the file. So if you guys could move for a minute, and Zach, if you'll hit pause, and I will explain the first crate. This is the This Is Rad Loot Crate. I had no help from my parents in designing it. I will start with the center. We will have one of our other sponsors, Mack Weldon. We created a spokesman for them, which is Sack Weldon. So you get a Sack Weldon t-shirt that says, I'm with Sacky. And it's an arrow pointing down to your nuts.
That's very clever.
Thank you, Lootaclaus. And on the back it says Sack Back.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Then you also get a Laura Knight action figure. On her way to Monster High. Our webmaster, Richard Eden, who I feel is very handsome, I decided he should have his own line of Valentines.
Ooh.
And then because I feel like no Loot Crate is complete without a fun toy, you also get Cutesy the donkey from our D&D episode, our 200th episode.
So many inside jokes.
So there's
so
4 solid
everyone.
inside jokes. I can count at least 7 people who have been moderately amused by this crate.
I like it. I think we're off to a great
all
start.
right. I love it. So we can go, Zach, move to the next slide, and we're prepared. So that's ours. It's a lot of fun. Rivers, would you like to present the Goods from the Woods Loot Crate?
Yeah, here, Goodnight can come up here and help me out with this. So first of all, obviously, we're not letting Goodnight have all the fun. This is... Sorry. I forgot. We're recording for other people. Yeah, so we're not going to let Goodnight have all the fun with the Milo's tea. So we've got an ice-cold 1-gallon bottle of Milo's iced tea brewed in Bessemer, Alabama, home of Bo Jackson.
I don't know what any of those things are.
Bo Jackson, Jesus.
Is that horseman on Netflix?
No, Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson.
He's hilarious.
He's the fastest character in Tecmo Bowl. There's.
I like that your crate already weighs a gallon and it needs to be refrigerated.
It's getting weirder. So also in our crate, we've got some DVDs that I'll let Mr. Goodnight tell you what they are.
You want me to tell him? Okay, we get this. See, there is no crap in this box in this thing. 'Cause if you get this box, are we raffling these things off? You get this as the Ed and the Eddie. I don't know if you've ever seen this crap. But if you get stoned and you watch this show, especially the early ones, before they went to school and it got all weird and shit, it is real good to watch when you are stoned. And the canker girls that live in a trailer park are pretty damn cute, too, for ugly girls. And this one, if anybody gets this, I want them to give it to me because this is Legends of Mid-South Wrestling 3-disc set.
Wow, 3 whole
Ted
discs.
DiBiase, before it was the $1 Million Man. Junkyard Dog, the Black Hulk Hogan, before it was Hulk Hogan, down in Louisiana, and Jake the Snake.
Yep, that's right.
So there's good wrestling on this. This real wrestling on that tape.
I also picked up the very best of the Highwaymen.
Hey.
Okay.
That being Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Waylon Jennings. Did I get this at a truck stop? You're goddamn right I did. It was $7. So we're gonna throw that in.
My favorite fact about the Highwaymen is that all of those people have the same single off the Highwaymen record on all of their greatest hits.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And it's the song where they at one point all say, "I was a highwayman."
Yeah. And then it's
The best synth drums country music in the 80s could provide.
oh yeah, Willie Nelson talks about getting abducted by aliens and
Yeah.
shit. It's insane. You're gonna want to check
You know
out the
Chris
Highwaymen.
Christopherson backed him on that.
Oh fuck yeah, he did. The last thing, because if you're thinking it seems like Rivers just wandered around a Walmart for an hour today and found all this shit, you'd be exactly right. But I was reminded of a fond memory, and that was when I was a senior in high school. My friend Mark, his brother David turned 21, and he gave Mark his old ID. So all of a sudden, we had access to a 21-year-old quote unquote ID. Woo! And so we had to get beer for a party, and Mark goes in to get the beer. And he bought 25 cases of beer. We're 17. And he's going towards the register. And on his way, he decides, this looks a little fishy. I should get something else. And I was trying to think of something else for my box. And so I got exactly what Mark Simon bought, which is a fucking hatchet. My friend, in 2004... was walking through the Walmart, was like, this seems a little fishy, and he got a fucking hatchet from the camping section. So that is our box, and I am legit going to give that.
That is solid.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the movie tickets in the end of the night will add that to your win.
Yeah, I'm going to
pug.
give you all that shit. And
Useful stuff, and it's good stuff, man.
yeah, so that's our
That's
loot.
awesome.
That is an excellent crate.
Let's-
I don't know what most of that is, but I do love weapons. So excellent.
You might have to let Natalie keep the hatchet.
Is that a Juggalo-themed box?
Yeah, it is now.
No, we're up next.
Well, no, because if it was Juggalo themed, this would be a 2-liter of Faygo if it was Juggalo.
Maybe
themed.
it's
on.
like the Southern Dandy of Juggalos.
Dandalos.
Well, I'm already impressed with the Mean Boys presentation. The
So for
crate
those
that-
listening at home, the Mean Boys fittingly have brought their crate in a trash bag, which I would offer up is how it's delivered to your house.
And I would just like to point out, we didn't just wander around a Walmart like the goods from the woods. We did less work than that. I wandered around our shitty house. These are all things I found in our shitty house. Let's open it up.
Is it the one mug? Not the one mug.
Not the one mug. We have one mug that we share between a lot of men who live in our home. All right, what do we have first?
First thing, a camouflage hat.
Nope. This belongs to Connor McSpadden. I cannot stress enough how much Connor insisted we put this
So
in
that's a
here.
Make America Great Again
It
hat.
sure is. Connor's a Nazi, remember from earlier.
Okay.
And it's off-brand. It's not even the real Trump one. The letters are too big.
Oh, sorry, I didn't give Trump
I rubbed
money
my
for
butt
real.
on it.
How do you know the size of the letters?
Because I was going to make one for a joke before it became too real.
All right, what do we got next, Tom?
Next thing, a redneck canteen.
Fuck yeah. This is indeed a redneck canteen. This is a Capri Sun so simple even a Tom could use it.
It is a gasoline container for those listening at home.
Good for tea.
Yeah,
It
you could
says gasoline on the side.
you could hold tea, you could hold soup, you could hold whatever toilet whiskey I assume Mr. Goodnight makes. Really any liquid will go in there.
I'd say reading was involved.
Tom, next item.
Tom just looked at it like, oh, it does say gasoline.
Tom also has no idea what's in this bag.
What do we got next here? Hey.
Non-gay poppers.
That's right. This isn't just a loot crate. It's also a misdemeanor in the state of California.
Wait, are those fireworks
These
or
are
the
firecrackers.
drug poppers? Oh,
These are-
Good,
those
put
are-
them next to the gasoline can. And the Make America Great Again.
I'll have you know that is probably empty.
You know,
Those are real firecrackers that, true story, I stole in New Mexico and hid under a comedian's used heroin bags. Next up.
I don't know how.
Hammer.
If the Mean Boys have one mission statement, it's to be a little bit gay and a little bit evil. Don't worry about it. Well, funny story. So
This is a dildo.
number
for
one,
those
this is a
listening.
dildo, which, as you can see, is flecked with glitter for some
Okay.
reason and stained with God knows what.
And
I
there's
do
lots
not-
of hairs on it, like
Yeah, I
little
think-
tiny hairs.
I think the hairs came from Tom. As far as I know, this has not been in a person. Yes, Burnside, you have a question.
Is there a bite taken out of it at the bottom?
Well, funny you should ask. All true things about this dildo. Number one, it was once used in a satanic ritual. That is for real true.
I used my hands.
Number two, we once used it to spray blood in an abandoned church at a crowd of people. And number three, I stole it from the set of Tosh.0. And finally,
A night gun.
everybody just got so scared. Tom, explain what this is.
Oh, it's a night gun. Maybe you want to go on the TSA. Maybe they're weird about pistols. They'll never know what this is. They're idiots.
It's a
okay?
crossbow.
You could hijack a plane with this.
No, you can't. It's
Allegedly.
on the placard.
You can allegedly hijack whatever you want. No one will see it coming. You can load this with anything, okay? Arrows is popular, but don't be a hack. Poop, blood, whatever you want, okay? It's your crossbow. You earned it with our loot bag mean crate. Andy, that's what's beautiful about it, all right?
That's right. The Mean Boys loot.
Little rifle.
The Mean Boys loot crate. Do fireworks and hijack a plane.
Load it with fireworks. It's whatever you want.
You could douse the dildo in gasoline and then fire it at someone.
You read my mind, my friend.
Does that mean our loot crate wins?
Yeah, for sure.
I knew I should have put a weapon in mine. All right. Lootaclaus, do you have any messages for the people?
No.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Lootaclaus.